Hey, what's up, y'all? In this video, I'm gonna be going over this trade on GJ, and I want to post at least once a week on this channel. So I thought this would be a good video. And on top of that, this in the blue right here is basically like my price action strategy, like what I look for before getting into a trade and stuff, and what I uh like the last parts about to take profit and stop loss. That's what I need to be focused on before I get into a trade, so I know my stop loss in the right area, my take profit in the right area. And I actually forgot about the risk to reward. Well, we'll just talk about that. I don't have to write that down. But this is everything I look for before getting into a trade, and this is a trade on GJ that was it's set up for me. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago, and of course the market closed right now, so this is where it's at. So like um I would be like holding this over the weekend. I would just get out right then and there because on a daily time frame, it's like in a kind of consolidation. So I wouldn't be holding this for over the weekend. But let's go on going over the trade. So in the blue, you see right here, the first thing is identify the trend. So like I was just saying, on the higher time frame, it's like consolidating. But if you go to the lower time frame, um, I guess you would say that it was in the uptrend up until this point, and then it started rejecting this resistance right here. So identify the trend. I just say consolidation. Identify the phase of the market. The phase is well before I got in. So this was the entry up here. So I say the phase of the market was exhausting because it wasn't pushing up or down. It was just continuously rejecting its zone multiple times on the 4 hour daily everything. So uh, the phase is exhausting. Um, mark the key levels. I already got my key levels on here. I got my swing areas, so the daily resistance and daily support. The next is this is a new one that I added to my trading plan. Uh, time frame confluence. So basically, what that is I never actually did this. I don't know why, but it's just I was watching some videos and stuff, and it like helped me out, and it really helped out with this trade a lot. So time frame confluence is basically the higher time frames is in confluence with the behavior time frames and the entry time frames. So just say you look on the daily for structure, you look at the I guess 4 hour, 1 hour for behavior, and you enter on like the 30 minute or something like that. All those, say you want to sell, if all those time frames showing sell opportunities, then you know what I'm saying, that's time frame confluence and is like a go to get in that trade or whatever. So if my time frame is not setting up uh correctly all in the same direction that I'm looking to trade in, then I won't take the trade. So that's something that I just added recently. And so we can go and look at that now. So I before I placed the entry, that's what I was waiting for to see if all my time frames was in confluence with one another. So let me get the vertical jump. So alright, so I'm gonna put the vertical over the daily. That's when it started turning into a bearish candle. You see, it was bullish, rejecting its zone, and then it's the first like big bearish candle. So we go to the 4 hour. Okay, the 4 hour, you see it started going down as well. And I don't really too much look at the 2 hour and everything, but you know, so you go through all the time frames, you can see bearish candles. Well, I got my candles on all the same color, but if I turn it to the color candles, you can see it was all heading down. You can see this on the 5 minute. This is where I enter on. You can see it's all heading down. So uh, all the time frames was in Confluence. So now I was just looking for my correct entry. So go back to the thing. All right, so the next thing, the only two type of entries that I take are break and retest. So that's simple break and retest of a key level, or like this entry was, it was a retest uh slash rejection of a previous level. So you see, just stay on the daily for this one. Okay, of course you see price went up. Well, actually retest for the third time. So it was here, made this level originally, came down, made a lower low, came back up, retest this level, came down again, and then came back up and started rejecting this same level that it already retested two times. So that's what I was looking for my entry, was the retest slash rejection of this key level. And this is on the daily time frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5, 6 times it rejected, 5, 6 days it rejected. So there's more than enough confluence to take it down. So um, let me go to, so once I figured out the time frame confluence, and once I seen like all the rejections and stuff, I was on the 5 minute looking for my entries. Cause I had everything I want to need. I already know I'm gonna enter this trade. So now I'm just waiting for the 5 minute to create some type of bearish structure. So I know, okay, yeah, I'm finna hop in this trade. So my entry was over here. So take this off. Alright, so it was rejecting this level the whole time, and right around right around this area is when I seen all the time frames lining up, and I seen all the time frames in confluence. So even though it might have been making structure over here, you know what I'm saying, look, you can see this little downtrend right here. Even though it's making structure right there, the time frame wasn't in confluence. So that's why I didn't enter over here, and that's why I enter over here. So so now that all time frames in confluence, I got my rejections, wait for the structure. So you can see price on the 5 minute is just rejecting, and it's made kind of like it might not be super clear, but it's like a head and shoulders pattern. So what I didn't add on the list was my retest and rejections of key levels. I wait for it to make either a double top, a double bottom, or head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders. That's the only thing that I really enter off of. So that's what I was looking for. That's what I seen. So once I seen that, I still didn't enter yet. Price to break. I waited for price to break this low, and so right over here, this candle right here is what broke the low, and also you got this big bearish candle followed by all of these long upper wicks showing that prices, you know what I'm saying, want to head down. There's not many buyers, like the sellers are pushing the market down. So that was the entry, and then you see you went like straight, like, well, it went in profit, and then went like back in the negative, and then came down, went in profit, made a lower high, and then you can see it just came all the way down, started dropping. So, but before, I mean, after the entry, you want to see, well, actually, before the entry, you want to find your take profit and stop loss. So, take profit should be at a key level or a wicked area. So, since I wasn't looking for this trade to like just like drop 300 pips or nothing like that, I was just looking to get like at least 100 or something like that. So I went to the 1 hour, and I found, looking over here at the previous levels or previous areas where it was like consolidating and wicking and stuff, So I just matched my take profit up with this, and then I made my take profit just a little round number, so 151.8, and so I just made it like that. So and you see price didn't get that yet. The market closed, so I would have just got out. I wouldn't be holding it over the weekend, like I said earlier. So take profit right there, and then stop loss. I moved my stop loss in profit. Well, just break even. Then I moved it. I think I moved it right here in profit. Once it made this lower high, kept going down. So, uh, but initially my stop loss was, I think it was about 40 pips, cause well 40 some pips, cause it wasn't above this high. I could have had it above this high. I had a 25 pip stop loss, but you know what I'm saying, since I be swing trading, I'm just trying to get a super tight stop loss and you know what I'm saying, scalp it or nothing like that. I'm cool with a 40, 50 pip stop loss, because you can see risk to reward ratio is still high, 2.89, almost 3. So, and I didn't even have to put it all the way up there. I could have just put it like right here above this wick right here, and would have had a 4 risk to reward ratio. So it depends on how you want to do it. But I was like, I know price can still wick anywhere in this area. So bro, I was like, I know price can still wick anywhere in this area. So I just put it up here. So, but yeah, that's just me. So, but yeah, that's really all. That's the entry, stop loss, take profit. Then you can see it was almost a perfect entry. You know, it went in drawdown, but overall, it like shot down and made lower highs. You could have scaled in twice, and I mean, if you want to, you could have held it over the weekend. But since, like I said, it's in a daily range, in the weekly range, I didn't want to leave it in over the weekend because it can easily, when the market opens up next week, just shoot straight up. So I was looking for 120 pips, but it gave me 113. I would have just took that and would have been done with it. So yeah, that's all to the video. Just a simple entry. And on AU, I ain't had no entries on AU. It's just been consolidating. Uh, haven't really been moving too much, and I trade GJ more than AU anyway. So I really be focused more on GJ. But yeah, that's all for the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.